Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm talking about alleviating some of that attachment to the outcome that you probably have at the moment if you're here. How do you do that? And what is attachment to the outcome? Attachment to the outcome is you're heavily focused on that outcome, that particular outcome, but your feelings aren't really in line with it because you're feeling the need for it. And you're also observing what is. So you're in that sort of, you might say, lack energy. It is an energetic thing, and the energy that you're feeling at the moment is not in line with what you want, and that's what you want to alleviate. And as I'm going to talk about a lot, and I said I'm going to mention it in every video, so I'm going to, the 50% rule is you say to yourself, I'm going to feel 50% less attached. That's my intention, to feel 50% less attached, because it really is helpful for both your subconscious and your rational brain to start working in harmony. I don't pay too much attention to my rational brain and my analytical brain with this, but I think, until I was at that point, it took me a long time to get to that point. So while you're not at that point and you are feeling the pressure from your analytical brain, then this is a really good way to do it. So that immediately takes some pressure off. You're not trying to get from A to Z. You are just going in small batches, you are going in increments. So that's the first thing that you do. Then you set your intention. What is my intention? This is what I want. I want an opportunity to be in this relationship again, or I want to get this job after this interview. I want to win the auction, win this house in the auction, something like that. Anything, to know whatever your desire is. You set that intention, so you've got that. You have clarity on what you actually do want. And then you go, what is the worst case scenario? And that will seem weird to get your head around, because you'll think, well, I want to manifest something, so why would I even look at the worst case scenario? Because it frees up some space, it balances you. Once you accept the worst case scenario, that's when that doesn't happen, that is when the good stuff happens, really, because you balance yourself. And for me, I immediately feel a shift as soon as I almost kind of accept the worst case scenario as what's going to happen. I don't really know I'm doing that, but I think when I look back at it now and I'm talking about it, I think I almost do. And that is kind of like a good feeling to me, because I know by doing that I'm going to free up that space. And then if it happens, it happens, brilliant, the good thing. And if it doesn't, it doesn't, I'm going to be okay. So you accept the worst case scenario, first of all, and you think, will I be okay if this doesn't happen? Yes, I will be okay. It's not what I want, but I will be okay. So that's the first step. And then you suggest to yourself some good things about not getting it. As in, firstly, there might be some positives to not getting it, because you might have to make some compromises for it. But generally there's not, because you really want it. So you look at what you can do if you don't get this. What else might you do in your life? What other road might you go down if you don't get this? Where might you be taken, or might you take yourself? And you do that. And writing it down with a pen or a pencil is brilliant. It has more power than typing it out for some reason. I tend not to write anything down now. I just do it all in my head, because I live a lot in my head anyway. So you do that, and just by doing that, this is an exercise in freeing up some space inside, shifting you to a point where you are more balanced, where you're not so heavily focused on that outcome. So you're not observing what is so much, because you've kind of taken your eye off the ball slightly. It will still be there, but it won't be so heavy and so strong for probably 90% of you. Some of you, it may not work for, but what's the harm in giving it a try? Please don't panic that you're going to manifest the worst case scenario, because you're not, because you've set your intention to start with. So you've kind of written down your desire, and it's only you that needs to know. There's nothing judging you, nothing deciding, nothing forgetting what you want. It's all you. And if you know what you want, that's all that matters. And you've set that intention, you've been clear about that. So that's what you're looking to manifest, looking to create the reality you're looking to shift into. So you're completely clear about that. You're not sort of fumbling around and not knowing really what you want, and you've set that. So that's all you need to be concerned about. So that, along with the 50%, I'm going to feel 50% better, should really help and make you feel, even if it's just a little shift, it doesn't matter. And don't panic and think, I've only had a little shift, I thought I was going to have a huge move. It doesn't matter. If you've had a little shift, then you've had a shift, then something has moved, and that's really all that matters. Because when you're holding on tightly to a particular outcome, you can't see it, because it's like you've got it in a stranglehold. and it can't do anything. It can't, that reality, let's say you've got that reality in a stranglehold and it's wanting to appear to you, but it can't because you're holding it so tightly, it can't do anything, it can't move. And it's thinking, what the hell, you said you want this, but what are you doing? That, in my opinion, is kind of quite a good way of looking at what's going on here. Right, that's all this video is. It's a fairly short one. I hope it was useful. I'm an author. All of my books are listed below. I write about the law of attraction, and I've been doing that for a few years now. Also, I have another book coming out at the end of May, which is all based around self-concept and self-love. Not really based around the law of attraction, although if you are into it, then you will pick up nuggets and now think, oh yeah. But if you're not, then you wouldn't really notice. That was what I was going for anyway, because I want this to be much broader, have a much broader appeal, not be quite so niche. And what else do I have to say? I offer Zoom coaching. You can book that up via my website. If you look at the times and you don't like them, don't like the look of the times, then email me, because I might be able to come up with something different. If I can, then I will. I also offer email coaching. I am going to be putting a package on there which gives you 3 months email coaching support for, I'm not sure what the price will be yet, but it will be reasonable for that amount of time, because a lot of people take about 3 months to kind of get through this process and feel like they're actually getting somewhere. And it's been requested basically, so that's what I'm having a look at. So that will be up there probably over the weekend at some point. So just another option for you. I offer personalised subliminals, I offer generic subliminals. Again, there'll be stacks more of those going up this weekend, I believe, if all goes according to plan. And my son Harrison has a Law of Attraction channel, which is listed below. And Harrison and I also have a podcast once a week where we talk a lot. We do talk over each other a bit sometimes, which we're trying to stop. And somebody did say on the last video that I interrupt him a lot. And I did notice a couple of times that I did interrupt. I don't generally in life. It's normally him that interrupts me in general. So I think I just sort of really let loose when we're doing those. And I'm the one that interrupts him more. But no, generally in life, he's the interrupter, not me. Okay, I really hope that this was useful. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, then I'd also love for you to do that.